Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Sadia Malik from OCLP, Office of Corporate Linkages and Placements at University of Management and Technology. Under the vision of President UMT Mr. Ibrahim Hassan Murad has launched high impact iconic learning and development focused Virtual Career Week 2021 on the theme of chasing the dream career 2030 to prepare the students and facilitate them to emerge as a marketable graduates for the future world of work. There are myriad of career-related activities planned in this career week, including insightful workshops, induction sessions, recruitment drives, education expo, and multiple grooming and orientation sessions for the future leaders. Furthermore, this career week has also provided a platform to the corporate sector to provide uh, to introduce their companies to a diverse crowd of students and to get a pipeline of talent as a future workforce, as we have 25,000 plus students and 20,000 plus alumni, and they are not only their potential employees for the future but the current consumers and future influencers as well. Talking specifically about today's theme, so today's theme is Hyperloop Overseas Education Expo by ABN, and this session has been planned for the students of all disciplines. The purpose of the session is to provide a lot of information to students who wants to study abroad and who wants to know about the scholarships. Prior to initiating the session, I would like to give a brief introduction about the speakers and their company. Mr. Amir Mahmood graduated from University of Stirling, UK in Leadership and Management and currently working with ABN since 5 years. Mr. Amir have great experience of working with the wonderful and supportive team of ABN. Mr. Amir worked as a Deputy Head UK Market for ABN Overseas Education. ABN is one of the most specialized overseas education consultants in Pakistan, providing life-stunning opportunities for international studies by connecting its students with the top-ranking educational institutions around the globe. With a number of study abroad programs, ABN is also renowned foreign education consultant in providing export visa and informational guidance according to the respective high commission requirements, and has the best reputation in securing maximum student visas. ABN is officially representatives of around 250 plus foreign universities from different countries. Prime objective of ABN is to enable students to compete successfully in other continents and to adopt productive roles in society as professionals and intellectuals. The universities that are going to take part in today's sessions are Queen Mary University of London, University of Hull, De Montfort University, Birmingham City University, Murdoch University, Deakin University, Shorelight Education Group. So this was all from my side. Thank you so much for joining us, and I will hand over the session to Amir Saab and he will continue the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sadia, for a brief introduction about ABN Overseas Education first. Before we start the session, I would like to give a brief intro to all the participants that how we're going to run the session. We'll start with Australia and Mr. Hassan with us from Murdoch University. And then Mr. Sahib will be with us from Deakin University. So we'll start with Australia, then we'll go to USA, then UK, then worldwide, and at the end we'll take the information regarding IELTS. Mr. Rabia with us regarding the IELTS as well. So there'll be like 10 minutes presentation, or it could be a brief introduction about the university from the country representative of the universities. And then at the end of this session, we'll take the questions from all the students who already participated or who are joining the session. And you can just write down your questions in the chat box and we'll take the questions at the end. Thank you. And I would like to invite Mr. Hassan first. Mr. Hassan, could you please start your presentation if you would like to start, please? Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Amir. First of all, I would like to thank ABN and UMT for arranging this wonderful seminar, online seminar for the betterment of the students. Secondly, I would like to thank the students who will be attending this session in the month of Ramadan and with fasting as well. So to begin with, I'll start with my introduction. My name is Hassan Farooq, and I'm the Manager Recruitment and Compliance for Murdoch University in Pakistan. So basically, I've not got a formal presentation, but I'll be elaborating my university and the other important points here. So first of all, Usually this question comes to students' mind that why they should choose to study in Australia, and specifically in Australia, they should choose Perth as their study destination. So let me briefly introduce you with the city. So, basically, Australia has total 8 states, and Perth is the capital of Western Australia. Western Australia is the largest state of Australia with the population of 2.6 million, and it's also known as the mining hub of Australia. So Western Australia is the we can call Perth as the cheapest. Perth is the capital of Western Australia, and it's the cheapest capital of Australia. From cheapest, I relate it to the accommodation, like cost of living, accommodation, and the travel expenses. Usually, students entertain high cost of living and travel expenses in different states of Australia, but in Perth, accommodation cost is 80% less than Sydney and 40% less than Melbourne. So, and if a student is studying in an international student is studying in Perth, he gets 40% travel discount on all of the public transportations. So Perth is geographically very important region or location, as it has the lowest flight time from Pakistan. That means student incur cheap travel tickets, and the time difference from Pakistan to Perth is only 3 hours. And another reason why students should choose Perth as their study destination is that the weather in Perth is very, you can say, very reasonable to Pakistani students. In summers, basically the temperature is 20 to 30 degrees centigrade, whereas in winters it's 12 to 16 degrees centigrades. Okay, and other reason why they should be choosing Perth as their study destination city is that Perth is ranked in New York Times top 50 places to visit. Apart from it, as per the Economist Intelligence Index 2019, it was ranked as the amongst the 15 most livable and safest cities in the world. Apart from it, the very important point which students should know, that the employment rate in Perth is highest in all over Australia. That is, a student gets doing part-time work, student gets to be specific, it's $19.89 per hour, or we can call it $20 per hour. It's the highest minimum wage rate in Australia. Apart from it, this state, Western Australia, or the capital Perth, has the lowest unemployment rate in Australia. That is 4.8% as per the recent survey, whereas nationally the unemployment rate all over Australia is 5.6%. So it's in Western Australia, the unemployment rate is lower than the national unemployment rate. Recently, in the last month, 32,000 jobs were created. So another reason why should students be choosing Perth as a study destination is that Perth is the regional area. So after they complete their graduation or post-graduation, they'll be getting 3 years of post-study work visa. Whereas in other cities, it's 2 years. Now, coming to Murdoch University. So basically, Murdoch University is based in Perth, and it is a research-based university. It was established in 1975, and usually the norm of this university that it is considered a very prestigious university in Perth, as it is the second oldest campus of Perth, and it is one of the largest campus as per the area in all over Australia. So we have got over 200 plus courses. So basically, we have got courses in discipline of business and law, engineering, technology, health, teaching, sciences, arts. So major courses we have is the renowned courses which usually students opt for is Master of Information Technology. It's a 2 years of degree. basically we provide 3 specializations in Master of Information Technology, that is IT Management, Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, and Internet Networking and Security. Apart from it, we have got MBA Global as well, which is for the students who are interested for the business related careers in the long-term goals. And we have got renewable and sustainable energy, food security, related to health. We have got nursing, health administration policy and leadership. We have got in sciences, we have got sustainable development and community development. So these are most of the hot selling courses in Pakistan and other regions from all over the world as well. So basically, a student finds it very diverse. Student find diversification in Murdoch University as we got 60% of the student population, which consists of domestic Australians, and 24% are from the international community. So that is why I was telling earlier that it's a very prestigious university. The local Australians of Perth prefer to study from Murdoch, as we have got 60% of the population, student population from the local Australians. So discussing about the ranking and rating of the university, Murdoch University is the top 70 universities in the world under 50. As per the Time Higher Young Education Ranking 2019, it means that in the world we are ranked under in the top 70 for the universities which are made for 50 years or less, and we are number 1 Australia university for employment outcome as well. We have elaborated the facts earlier. So also 90% of the overall, we have got the 90% overall satisfaction of the students as per the student experience surveys in 2019. So coming to the scholarships now, for all the students who are interested to take online education for the next intake, we are offering 40% off on the online units enrolled. And we have got a normal regular international welcome scholarship as well. That is up to $12,000 for the undergrad programs and $10,000 for the postgrad programs. And regarding the entry requirements in Pakistan, if you have done your intermediate, you are required 65% overall, 65% in best 4 courses, 65% or higher in best 4 courses to be admitted directly into our programs. Or for the English entry requirement, we accept Ielts and PTE as well. For Ielts, most of the courses are being accepted for overall 6 band with no band less than 6. So that is the brief presentation of Murdoch University and why students should choose Perth as a study destination. If you have got questions, I'm happy to answer now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan. Guys, if you have any questions, kindly drop your questions in the chat box, and we'll take the questions at the end of the presentation from all of the participants. Now we'll go to Mr. Sahib from Deakin University. Mr. Sahib, kindly give a brief introduction about the Deakin University and the scholarships which are available in Deakin University.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Amir. Assalamu alaikum all. This is Sahib Hassan from Deakin University. I guess Hassan ने बड़ा briefly ABN का और UMT का शुक्रिया अदा कर दिया इस session के लिए. So same goes from my side. Thank you very much for organizing this session. Let's quickly come to Deakin University. Deakin University, it's based in Melbourne, Victoria State जो है ऑस्ट्रेलिया की. वहाँ पे है. Melbourne mainly cricket की वजह से बहुत मशहूर है. शायद लोगों को ज़्यादा इस वजह से पता है. So it's based in Melbourne. It's based in Melbourne, Victoria State. Deakin University के जो प्लस पॉइंट्स हैं, उसमें एक जो सबसे बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट जो अभी रिसेंटली नई इमिग्रेशन पॉलिसीज के बाद बना है, वो ये कि हमारे 4 कैंपसेस हैं. सो वी हैव मेट्रोपॉलिटन कैंपस, वी हैव रीजनल और वी हैव सेमी रीजनल कैंपस, जिसका फायदा स्टूडेंट को उसकी पढ़ाई के बाद होता है। अगर आप मेलबर्न बेस्ड कैंपस में रहेंगे तो स्टूडेंट विल गेट 2 years वर्क परमिट, जिसको PSW बोलते हैं। सेमी रीजनल में इट विल बी 3 years और प्योरली रीजनल एरियाज में इट विल बी 4 years। सो हमारा बहुत ही ब्रॉड स्पेक्ट्रम है इन टर्म्स ऑफ कैंपसेस, और स्टूडेंट दे कैन चूज फ्रॉम 2 years PSW to 4 years PSW, जो एक बड़ी अट्रैक्शन हो सकती है। एंड देन वी हैव क्लाउड कैंपस। क्लाउड कैंपस हमारा 40 years ओल्ड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है। इसकी हमें प्रोडक्टिविटी और एफिशिएंसी का अंदाजा इस कोविड से पहले कभी नहीं हुआ था, बिकॉज वी वर जस्ट टेकिंग इट फॉर ग्रांटेड। जब से कोविड का सेटअप आया तो विद द वेरी नेक्स्ट डे जस्ट एन ओवरनाइट डेवलपमेंट, और हम नेक्स्ट डे से ऑनलाइन हो चुके हुए थे, क्योंकि वी ऑलरेडी हैड द सेटअप। हम 40 साल से ऑनलाइन स्टडीज कंडक्ट कर रहे थे। और बाय द वे हमारा जो मेलबर्न का कैंपस है, उसके बाद जो हमारा सेकंड लार्जेस्ट कैंपस है इन टर्म्स ऑफ अटेंडेंस, दैट इज आवर क्लाउड कैंपस। सो वी फील दैट वी आर काइंड ऑफ एक्सपर्ट्स इन क्लाउड कैंपस इन ऑनलाइन स्टडीज। और अगर आज के दिन में भी स्टूडेंट कोई हमें ज्वाइन करना चाहता है, सो he or she would have absolutely no issues in studying online, और अपनी जो करियर है उसको स्टार्ट करना और उसको एंजॉय करना स्टार्ट होगा। कमिंग बैक क्विकली टू द कोर्सेज, लाइक एनी अदर यूनिवर्सिटी, हमारी 4 मेजर फैकल्टीज हैं, जिसमें बिजनेस एंड लॉ है। In business, from undergrad, postgrad, PhD, we are covering almost each and every segment of business studies. Commerce है, finance है, उसमें सब चीजें शामिल हैं। Then we have CV, science, engineering, built environment, जिसमें engineering, जिसमें आपकी IT और science, biomedical sciences, I mean you just name any science subject, वो आपको इस फैकल्टी में मिल जाएगा at both at all levels, undergrad, postgrad and PhD level. And then we have health, very strong faculty, health से related courses हैं, nutrition है, psychology भी है हमारे पास। And by the way हमारा जो एक campus है जो हमारा Geelong में है, जो semi regional area में है, that is a certified approved 200 bed hospital also, which also shows कि हमारा health की faculty कितनी strong है कि in case of emergency, जो बाहर के मुल्कों में war या कोई drought declare हो जाता है, so हमारे उस campus को just an overnight सेटअप में उसको एक हॉस्पिटल में फुली क्वालिफाइड, फुली सर्टिफाइड हॉस्पिटल में विद 200 बेड्स उसको चेंज किया जा सकता है। सो दिस आल्सो शोज कि हमारा हेल्थ फैकल्टी कितना स्ट्रांग है। एंड देन वी हैव हमारी आर्ट्स एंड एजुकेशन की जो फैकल्टी है, अगेन उसमें हमारी एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड आर्ट्स, कम्युनिकेशन, मीडिया, जर्नलिज्म, फिल्म मेकिंग, प्रोडक्शन, ऑल दीज सब्जेक्ट्स दे आर अवेलेबल। हमारी जो मोशन कैप्चर लैब है वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया की नंबर 1 लैब है। हमारी उस लैब, क्योंकि दैट मोशन कैप्चर लैब इज एक्चुअली वर्किंग इन ऑल डायमेंशंस। सो जस्ट अ क्विक थिंग उसके लिए बता दूं कि ब्रेट ली का अगर किसी ने नाम सुना हो, ऑस्ट्रेलियन फास्ट बॉलर, प्रीवियसली रह चुका हुआ है, वो हमारी मोशन कैप्चर लैब को यूज किया करता था अपनी बॉलिंग को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए, अपनी रिस्ट मूवमेंट से लेकर अपने बायो मैकेनिक्स तक को देखने के लिए, अपने शोल्डर को देखने के लिए, अपनी स्विंग को टेस्ट करने के लिए वो हमारी बायो मैकेनिक्स को लैब को यूज करता था। इससे सिर्फ ये बताना चाहूंगा कि स्पोर्ट्स साइंस का जो सब्जेक्ट है बैचलर्स और मास्टर्स लेवल पे, वो हमारा कंसेक्टिवली वर्ल्ड नंबर 1 रहा है फॉर 3 years, और राइट नाउ इन 2021 इज वर्ल्ड नंबर 3। सो आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑस्ट्रेलिया, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट स्पेसिफिक रीजन, ग्लोबली इट इज रैंक्ड एज वर्ल्ड नंबर 3 सब्जेक्ट। और हमारी जो इस वक्त करंट ऑस्ट्रेलिया की विमेन वॉलीबॉल की जो कैप्टन है वो हमारी एलुमनस हैं, वो डीकन यूनिवर्सिटी की स्टूडेंट हैं। सो दिस ऑल्सो शोज कि हमारी स्टूडेंट जो हमारी स्पोर्ट्स फैकल्टी है वो कितनी स्ट्रांग है इन टर्म्स ऑफ एजुकेशन और इन टर्म्स ऑफ पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट्स आपकी जो ऑप्शंस हैं। एंड देन काफ़ी चीज़ें सिमिलर हैं, जिस तरह हसन ने बताया, लिविंग इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज वेरी फ्रेंडली एज कम्पेयर टू सम अदर डेस्टिनेशंस। जो आपका एवरेज वेट रेट है, इट गोज फ्रॉम $16 to $21-22, बट इट वेरीज। हमारी ऑन कैंपस जॉब्स बहुत ज़्यादा वेल पेड हैं, उसमें स्टूडेंट को 30 आवर्स पर तक भी डॉलर्स दे गेटिंग द सैलरी। सो दिस portion is variable, it varies from job to job, but yes, living is quite easy and sustainable in Australia, in Victoria, in Melbourne specifically. And we have on campus accommodation 5 different categories हैं, जिसमें shared हैं, जिसमें rental हैं, जिसमें on campus हैं, जिसमें off campus rentals हैं। So it really depends student की क्या preferences हैं, उनका क्या budget है, और वो कितनी जल्दी अप्लाई करते हैं, because it all comes on first come first serve basis. And the most important part, which I guess student जो बहुत ज़्यादा सुनना चाहेंगे और question भी करेंगे, that is about scholarship. ठीक है, So we have scholarships starting from 25%, 50% and 100% scholarships. They are all competitive. Student उसके लिए apply करते हैं, अपने आप अपनी profile present करते हैं, and then there is a scholarship committee जो उसको उसके scholarship के लिए decision लेती है. We have some bursaries as well. Bursary means जहाँ पे competition नहीं है. Student if he or she has a certain CGPA, so उनको वो automatically award कर दी जाएगी. It basically just needs your CGPA. Whereas for scholarship पूरी complete profile assessment होती है, educational, extracurricular, आपकी SOP, उसमें सब चीजें शामिल होती हैं. And then again हमारी जो academic requirements हैं, we don't take intermediate for undergrad. हम सिर्फ A levels को accept करते हैं with three A levels academic subjects. If there is a student from intermediate background, उसके लिए हमारा Deakin College जो हमारा pathway model है, जो on campus available है, student पहला साल उसमें पढ़ते हैं, and then वो Deakin University की year 2 में हमें join करते हैं. But for postgraduate studies, anything around or above 2.5 CGPA out of 4, जहाँ passing आपका 2 है universities का, वो that is acceptable. और one of the good news is कि जी हमारी university MOI medium of instruction letter accept करती है, यानी आपको IELTS की exemption मिल सकती है, but there are certain conditions attached to it. वो थोड़ी like there's a list of actually conditions. वो जो भी student जब interested होगा वो apply करना चाहेगा, then he will be assessed at that very moment. But yes, we accept MOI letters और IELTS की exemption मिल सकती है. I hope I have covered pretty much all of the aspects, but still if there is any question, I would love to answer that. Over to you, Amir. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much. Just one question I would like to ask you first. Is there any specific criteria for giving IELTS exemption? Any criteria specific for MOI?
Yes, definitely. जब एक policy है उसके पीछे एक set of rules भी हैं. उसमें briefly मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. University section 1 और 2 से होनी चाहिए नूसर की. Section 3 की universities हम accept नहीं करते हैं. Secondly, 4-year undergrad program की degree होनी चाहिए student की. There shouldn't be any 2+2. There shouldn't be any 2 years bachelor's. तो जिस student का 4 years का undergrad program है, उस undergrad program के basis पे उसको assess किया जाएगा. Student का CGPA 2.5 से कम नहीं होना चाहिए out of 4. जिस यूनिवर्सिटी का पासिंग CGPA 2 है, इसमें बड़ा क्लियरली लिखा होता है. कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, इकरा यूनिवर्सिटी है, जीसी यूनिवर्सिटी फैसलाबाद आपके शहर की है, जो 2.5 जिनका पासिंग है. सो वहां पे रिक्वायरमेंट हमारी 3 पे चली जाती है. बट जनरली पाकिस्तान में ज्यादातर यूनिवर्सिटीज का पासिंग CGPA is 2. सो उन स्टूडेंट्स के लिए 2.5 इज द रिक्वायरमेंट विद आउट ऑफ 4 विद और उनके ट्रांसक्रिप्ट्स में there shouldn't be any F grade, there shouldn't be any ungraded, there shouldn't be any retakes. So it should be a straight pass for that student. ठीक है जी. 2 साल से पुरानी डिग्री नहीं होनी चाहिए, ये भी एक उसका क्लॉज है. And this is aligned with the IELTS requirement. जैसे IELTS का सर्टिफिकेट 2 साल में एक्सपायर होता है. So same goes for the undergrad degree. इसकी एग्जांपल मैं और इसको आसान तरीके से समझाने के लिए कह देता हूँ कि now we have the next intake in July, जो हमारी 7th of July से क्लास स्टार्ट हो रही है. So any student who has passed or graduated before 7th of July 2019, वो अब इस exemption को नहीं avail कर सकता. So all students who has graduated after 7th of July 2019, they can be accepted or they can get this exemption provided कि वो अपनी बाकी conditions fulfill करते हैं. ठीक है जी. और ये जो डेट होती है, ये ट्रांसक्रिप्ट डेट हमेशा देखिएगा, कभी भी डिग्री अवॉर्डिंग डेट मत देखिएगा, क्योंकि डिग्री तो 2 साल के बाद भी अवॉर्ड हो सकती है. सो द ट्रांसक्रिप्ट डेट शुड बी अलाइंड विद आवर इनटेक स्टार्ट डेट. ये 2 साल से गैप का ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. इवन इफ इट्स मोर देन फॉर 1 डे, वो एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगा. ठीक है जी. सो these are the requirements basically.
Thank you very much. Guys, we are done with Australia at the moment. We were having Mr. Hassan from Murdoch University and Mr. Sahib from Deakin University. Now we are moving towards the USA market. We have Mr. Andrew with us, and he'll be giving the information regarding the Shorelight. He's the country head of Shorelight as well. Mr. Andrew, can you please start your presentation, or if you'd like to start with the introduction, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll actually do a little bit of both and actually share my presentation. Just bear with me for one moment. So today, and once again, thank you all for having us today, and to all our students and fellow colleagues within the international education industry, greetings, and glad to have you all here as well. So today I'll focus a little bit more about various careers in management as well as technology, as well as scopes of particular majors available at Adelphi University. Specifically as well. So as I was introduced, my name is Andrew Yang. Welcome and greetings. I'm a native New Yorker myself, born and raised in New York. And I've also worked within our graduate students on campus. I've also taught undergraduate students at Adelphi University in partnership with Shoreline. And I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit more about really what it entails to study in New York, as well as utilizing all the resources and benefits of this fantastic city itself. So to give a little bit more of a context, New York is one of those places where everyone's heard of. You might have had relatives who visited New York. You myself might have visited New York City. You might have heard songs, read books, seen movies based in New York City. And really, once again, just opens up a wide plethora of opportunities and access points that other individuals studying in different locations might not have an opportunity for. So one of the really core components of, well, what makes New York so unique, as well as what makes Adelphi so special within New York, really does coordinate towards the, I would say, vibrant, really influential city that New York City is itself. As I mentioned, without the numerous multinational corporations based in New York City itself, we have over 54 of the Fortune 500 companies located, as well as many more Fortune 1000 companies. If you're interested in a career in business, in the financial sector, working in stock investments, trading, it's everyone's big buzzword, stock exchange, stock trading. A lot of my students are currently utilizing the Bloomberg terminals throughout that process. And there really is no better place than being in New York to learn more about the financial sector. Whether it's opportunities, once again, in management or in technology, if it's in mathematics, data science, and computer science, you have a wide range of access that, once again, New York City is able to provide, as well as the academic structure of Adelphi. So moving on into, furthermore into Adelphi, top US college as well as university all across. We're talking about safety, top university in that regards. We're talking about access opportunities, top university in that regards. If you're looking to pursue a major within the College of Business, we also AACSB accredited, which is the international gold standard mark for the top business programs globally. Every year, we also have over 200, roughly about 240 to 250 companies and employers that come to campus every single year to actively recruit. So not only do companies and as well as institutions and businesses come, we also bring students to these particular locations to, once again, really provide a wide range of access that, once again, makes it great for graduate students looking to utilize their academic education towards their post-graduation job market as well as career. So we have two particular locations. One, our main campus, which houses a large number of, I would say, most of our majors. It's roughly about 45 minutes away from Manhattan. We also have a Manhattan location that is specifically for our global MBA program, as well as social work, but once again, focusing on management technology. The global MBA is based in Manhattan, which is about 20-minute walking distance from the Wall Street financial sector. This is a little bit of a glimpse into really how campus looks. If you look at the top left section here, this is actually in proximity to our Manhattan location. The other three photos you see here gives you a little bit of a snapshot into, I would say, the ambiance of our main Garden City campus. It's a beautiful campus, voted consistently as the best looking campus in Long Island. And it's also registered as a National Federal Arboretum, which makes it a place where scientists and researchers come and also study the various infrastructures as well as the ecological impact within various resources on campus. So it's a great way for students to really have the best of both worlds. You're able to study at a quaint university, a really traditional American quintessential university, while also having New York City doorsteps away. Students can hop on a train and be in New York City in 35 minutes. If you're driving, about like 20 minutes. So best of both, as I say, or two cities, infinite opportunities. That's the general spectrum that you'll see while studying in New York City, just the amount of access opportunities that you will have, as well as really a way to connect with mentors, build rapport with professional organizations and professionals who are, once again, will be your future colleagues in your particular industries. These are just a little bit of a snapshot into some of the additional kind of excursions we've had. Some of our students who are studying in MBA HR, Human Resources Management, were able to meet with the VP of Corporate HR, Mr. Nick Labello, who actually came on campus, talked to our students about what it entails for human resources employers, as well as some of the metrics that they look for as they hire interns, as well as professionals for respective positions. And he also came and interviewed some of our students for those particular internships and really gave them a wide kind of more of a clear insight into what will be some of the skill sets that they would have to develop as they look to apply to these top Fortune 500 and 1000 companies. On the photo in the middle, we took a lot of our management students and just any student who really was looking to have that engagement with various industries and businesses in New York. We took them to the Greater New York City Chamber of Commerce, which, trust me, is hard for anyone to get into, myself included, when I was a student years and years ago. So it was great for our international students to actually get that exposure. And on the right, we had a competition hosted by the College of Business, as well as International Services. And we had 3 of our students who actually won a tour via their elevator pitch on various business investments. And they were able to see and meet with management at Goldman Sachs in their New York City office. So it just, once again, just shows you the additional kind of resources as well as opportunities that you have. Some of our computer science students, as well as students focusing on mathematics and data science, frequently meet Mr. William Fusser, who's actually a former alumni graduate of Adelphi, as well as an IBM partner. And as I mentioned, numerous career fairs and really just internships and co-op opportunities, as well as active engagement, where it's not just learning in a particular classroom and learning about the theoretical components. Those are, of course, are very important, but it's also focusing on concepts of engaged learning and making sure that students are able to utilize their education as and having practical as well as experiential learning. And these are just a few glimpses of some of the companies that come on campus to recruit. And as I mentioned, we have numerous companies that come and recruit for our internship, co-op, as well as post-graduation placements. This is one of my undergraduate students, Sikander. I actually taught him one of his classes. He was also majoring in computer science, and he actually had multiple positions on campus. One was within the Department of IT. So anytime I had an issue, he was actually the first one to help me out. These are some of our other students who are pursuing their MBAs, who have since also graduated and are now working in New York. So to give a little bit of glimpse on some of the majors that we have available within Adelphi, our MBA program. As I mentioned, we have 2 kind of MBA. This is our traditional MBA program. The other one is our global MBA, which is in Manhattan. So for traditional MBA, you're looking at specializations or concentrations in accounting, finance, health services administration, human resources management, MIS, information systems, marketing, and sports management. You might not know what you want to do, not an issue. Most students will generally study, I would say, the first year in their core classes, which are required for every single graduate student. And by the time they decide, okay, this is the type of major that or specialization I want to commit to, they will generally take that in semesters 3 and 4 or beyond. Supply chain management, business analytics, also within College of Business, and within arts and sciences, we have applied mathematics and data science, as well as computer science. Those are more of our technology-based majors. MIS, supply chain management, business analytics, applied mathematics, data science, and computer science. These 4 majors are STEM designated. And what that means to be a STEM designated major, standing for science, technology, engineering, mathematics. If a student graduates within that particular major at any US university and that major is STEM designated, then the individual is able to work in the US a total of 3 years or 36 months. Majors that are not STEM designated, it's roughly about a year or 12 months. So these are the entry requirements. Don't let all the numbers kind of scare you off, but essentially what students need to submit would generally be their transcripts as well as their English assessment. So if you're looking for direct admission into one of those particular majors, roughly looking for an English requirement score or an English proficiency exam, whether it's TOEFL, IELTS, Duolingo is also accepted, or ITEP, about an 80 or above, 6.5 or above, or about a 110 or above for Duolingo. The general majors or GPA specific really varies per program, which means per major. Generally, I would say most majors are roughly about a 3.0, which equates to about a 50% if your university transcript's out of a 100 percentage, or if it's out of a US GPA scale 3.0, once again, should be converted. That's our direct entry in. If let's say you have a lower English score or you have a lower GPA, students can enter in one of our accelerator programs, which means that they will take graduate courses as well, but with some additional English support classes within their first or as well as second semester, depending on which program. The general cost, roughly in your first semester, you're looking at a range, I would say on average about 15 to 16,000 per semester. Once again, that's correlated to how many classes you're going to be registered for. Insurance, of course, mandatory for all international students. That kind of gives you a picture of what the cost will be. And we have amazing scholarships available every single year on the range of 3,000 to 5,000 per year. Those scholarships are generally merit-based scholarships. So what happens is when students apply, they'll receive a conditional offer letter. Once you receive that document, it means that we've been pre-screened academically. It seems that everything has checked out, and it seems like you would qualify for admission. And then we'll submit it for a scholarship consideration should your counselor once again submit that document. And last but not final slide, kind of a see you in New York. These are some of the excursions that we have with our lovely students. For those of you who may not be familiar, that's Statue of Liberty, kind of the golden beacon of hope and as well as welcome for international professionals and students alike. On the left, you'll see our mascot, we're Delphi Panthers. That's actually one of our international students from Ukraine who actually had the honor of being nominated as one of our mascots. For the fall intake, keep in mind that application deadlines are July 21st. I would not recommend waiting until July 21st to apply, because that means July 21st is the last day to submit your I-20 documents, which means that you would have applied weeks prior. So please make sure you have everything to finalize your application and work closely with your counselors here. So that was it from my part. Hopefully I did not go over. Hopefully I'm good on time.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you very much for your time. A brief presentation as well. Guys, if you have any questions regarding Delphi University, New York, kindly leave the questions in the chat box and we'll take your questions. Now we'll move on to Ms. Rabia Dar. Ms. Rabia Dar is basically working with ABN Overseas Education, and she's looking after the whole US market. And if you have any questions regarding Canada as well. So Ms. Rabia, can you please give your personal introduction, and then after that, a brief intro about Canada and North America, like entry requirements and the criteria.
Assalamualaikum everyone, and welcome to our prestigious partners and team ABN and of course the UNT for the collaboration. Basically, Mr. Andrew ने काफी चीजें जो है explain कर दी हैं, लेकिन I'll talk about the generic stuff. कि हमें जो है वो किस तरह से अगर हम US के लिए अगर जाना चाहते हैं और अंडरग्रेड लेवल के लिए एंट्री हमें चाहिए, तो हम किस तरह से वहाँ पे एंट्री कर सकते हैं. I'll talk about the basic eligibility criteria. जिसमें अगर मैं बात करूं तो अंडरग्रेड लेवल पे सबसे पहले आपका जो आइल्स स्कोर होता है उसको देखा जाता है. इट शुड बी, अगर करना चाहते हैं तो 5.5 इन ऑल बैंड्स, और ओवरऑल अगर बात करें तो यूनिट 6.0. और अगर परसेंटेज की बात करें तो उसके लिए आपको मिनिमम जो है वो 50% तो लाजमी होना चाहिए. और इसके अलावा अगर पोस्ट ग्रेड लेवल की बात करें तो उसके लिए जो एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया बनता है, इट शुड बी आइल्स स्कोर की बात करें तो इट शुड बी 6.5 ओवरऑल एंड 6 इन ईच कंपोनेंट. और योर CGPA परसेंटेज शुड बी अबव 70. CGPA की बात करें तो इट शुड बी 3 अबव. इफ़ यू हैव लेस देन 3 तो उसमें इस तरह से हो सकता है कि आपके लिए पाथवे की ऑप्शंस होती हैं, तो यू कैन गो थ्रू पाथवे प्रोग्राम्स. तो ऑप्शंस दोनों वेज में आपके लिए ओपन है. डायरेक्ट एंट्री भी कर सकते हैं और इसके अलावा आप पाथवे के थ्रू भी जा सकते हैं. बिल्कुल इसी तरह अंडरग्रेड लेवल पे भी बात करें तो वहाँ पे भी यही सीन बनता है कि वहाँ पे भी आप जो है वो पाथवे के थ्रू भी जा सकते हैं और आपको डायरेक्ट एंट्री भी मिल सकती है. लेकिन अगर आप वीज़ा एस्पेक्ट के हवाले से देखें, सिनेरियो को सारा देखें, तो सबसे जो बेहतर और अच्छी कंडीशन होती है वो ये होती है कि आप जो है वो अपने आइल्स की रिक्वायरमेंट को भी मीट करें, इसके अलावा जो है वो आप जो है अपनी जो आपकी परसेंटेज है उसको भी इम्प्रूव करें और आप डायरेक्ट एंट्री पे जाएं, उसमें आपके वीज़ा के जो चांसेस होते हैं, सिक्योरिटी होती है, दैट इज़ क्वाइट स्ट्रॉन्ग। और मैं स्टूडेंट को भी यही रिकमेंड करूँगी कि हमें बच्चों को, स्टूडेंट्स को इसी चीज़ के लिए पुश करना चाहिए दैट यू शुड इम्प्रूव योर प्रोफाइल, और डायरेक्ट एंट्री के लिए हमें जो है वो अपना वीज़ा फाइल और वीज़ा सबमिशन करनी चाहिए। इसके अलावा अगर मैं कनाडा की बात करूँ तो कनाडा इज़ क्वाइट डिफरेंट मार्केट। यूएस से ये काफ़ी डिफरेंट है, बिकॉज कनाडा में जितना वीज़ा मुश्किल है उतना एडमिशन भी मुश्किल है। अगर अंडरग्रेड लेवल की बात करें तो अंडरग्रेड लेवल पे एडमिशन जो है वो आपको मिल तो जाता है इफ़ यू हैव हैविंग 50% और आइल्स में आपके 5.5 स्कोर्स हैं, तो उसमें आपको एडमिशन भी हो जाता है, वीज़ा के भी अच्छे चांसेस होते हैं। लेकिन अगर अंडरग्रेड लेवल की, मास्टर्स लेवल की बात करें तो वहाँ पे आपका वीज़ा भी जो है वो उतना ही मुश्किल होता है जितना आपका एडमिशन मुश्किल होता है। तो स्टूडेंट्स को सबसे पहले आपने जो है वो उस पर एडमिशन को देखना चाहिए, उसको इम्प्रूव करना चाहिए, उसके बाद जो है हमें वीज़े की तरफ आना चाहिए। तो ये दोनों चीज़ें इंटरलिंक्ड होती हैं, तो वी शुड वर्क ऑन बोथ ऑफ देम। ओवर टू यू सर आमिर।
Thank you very much, Rabia. Thank you very much. We're done with Australia so far. We're done with USA and Canada market as well. Now we are coming up to the UK market, and we'll start with Mr. Saad, who is the country representative of Queen Mary University of London. I would like to invite Mr. Saad, sir, if you would like to please start your presentation and start with your introduction as well. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Saad Hassan. I hope you can hear me clearly and loudly. I'm the regional consultant for Queen Mary based in Pakistan. I'm going to share my screen to do a PowerPoint presentation. I hope you can see the presentation now. So it's a brief presentation as we have 10 minutes each to do this presentation. So you already know who I am. I am the regional consultant from Pakistan working for Queen Mary and part of the Pakistani team that Queen Mary has. I will start with our history. Queen Mary has a very long established history. We were established in 1785 and are very proud and have a very distinctive history built on our 4 historic institutions, which stretch back to 1785. So we started as a college of physicians and then later transformed as a multi-faculty university now, which is known as Queen Mary University of London. And we are very proud of our alumni and the work that they do. And so far, we have 9 Nobel Prize winners, which are associated with university and working within the different fields, academic fields in the world. We are, in terms of ranking, we are 19th in the UK, that is according to QS 2021 ranking, ranked amongst top 114 universities in the world. Another very popular ranking is Times Higher Education. So we are ranked 13th in the UK, and then top in the world, we are ranked amongst top 110 universities of the world. Another thing that I would like to mention here about our profile is about our international outlook. So we are among top 25 universities in the world in regards to international outlook. So this means that the international aspect in the university is present or among each, I would say each part of the university. So let's say if our faculty, so we would have an international faculty, the type of research that they do, it would have an international impact. Our student body, we have a very diverse student body. So you would come across around 162 different nationalities within the campus. And then our staff as well is very diverse. So that is why we've been ranked among top 25th. Last but not the least, our partnership and the nature of that partnership is also international. So we have partnership with various countries in the world, not only in Pakistan, we have partnership in other parts of the world as well. Moving further, I hope you're all aware about the Russell Group universities, Russell Group. So we are among the Russell Group universities, which is actually comprises of 24 universities, and it is known as the top tier of universities in the UK. I think as the slides suggest, the Russell Group universities are among top 10 for graduate employability. The group was established in 1994. The Russell Group universities are known for their faculty, their links within the industry, the type of research that they do. So that's another thing about the Russell Group University. And just to give you a brief idea as to what sort of universities are among Russell Group. So the next slide, you would see that there is a list of universities in front of you, which are part of the Russell Group. So these are the very big names within UK universities. So I think everyone would have heard about Cambridge, Oxford. So I mean, it's a self-explanatory website. So Russell Group universities, through their research, contributes more than 34 billion in the UK's economy. So that is the extent to you about the Russell Group University and how important they are. The next slide is about our location. As we are based in UK, and within UK we are based in London, so we are very proud to have a London campus, a campus which is based in London. And in fact, that you would now see that there is a portion of the picture which is being highlighted. So this campus is our Milan campus, and this picture which is in front of you is the east and the central London, central part of the London. So predominantly the bigger campus is our Milan campus, which is highlighted in front of you. It is an integrated campus whereby you would have your libraries, labs, accommodation. These are all part of this one big campus. We have other campuses in the London and the central London and East London as well. We also have a teaching hospital. The smaller highlight within this very picture is about our Royal London Hospital. So it's in Whitechapel, whereas the Milan campus is in Milan. The reason that the Whitechapel campus is separate because it is associated with the teaching hospital. So we do offer clinical programs in medicine and dentistry. Moving further, I would like to emphasize about London as well, because it is very important that you must take into account the city or the country that you're going in, and absolutely the city as well. So London provides you a lot of opportunities. I think you just Google about London and you would come across a lot of facts about London. The London life is very active. You won't, I would say, you won't feel homesick, which is sometimes the case because the international students, depending upon you go for the undergraduate program or the postgraduate program. So going into city, which offers you a lot, make sure that you don't get homesick. So there's a lot of things happening, a lot of attractions in the UK. Someone who has an interest in arts and exhibition, those who are interested in sports, cricket, football, then if you're interested in museum, galleries. So I would say any hobby that you would have, you would be able to find a relevant resource in the London as well. So this is just about the life, but there are also things that you need to know about the opportunities as well. So there are world-class universities available in London. Studying in London will give you many opportunities to get ahead when it comes to your career. Queen Mary's main campus in Milan is less than actually 20 minutes from the city, Canary Wharf, the West End and the Tech City. So this actually offers you amazing opportunities to reach employers and some of the world's most exciting companies. I will stay brief on this because I would like you to search about the various opportunities available in London, and first point of your search can be about the Silicon Roundabout, which is very closer to Queen Mary. So I would like you guys to go ahead and search about this, so you would come across information about it, and you would be more comfortable in terms of choosing London as a study destination. Last but not the least, many schools in Queen Mary that we have can help you to find internship and work placement. And our careers and enterprise team runs an award-winning experience program, taking full advantage of our links to business and organization across London. Moving further about our faculty, so we have 3 faculties: humanities and social sciences, science and engineering, and last but not the least is medicine and dentistry as well. Within these faculties, we have 19 schools and institutes. So within humanities and social sciences, we offer business management, economics, finance, history, law. Within science and engineering, we offer computer science, material sciences, electronic engineering, physics, biological sciences, chemical sciences. And within our BARTs in London, we have different institutes within the School of Medicine and Dentistry, ranging from Health and Sciences, Cancer Institute, the William Harvey Research Institute, and then Institute for Preventive Medicine as well. Just to give you a brief idea as to what are our entry requirements. For undergraduate, we accept students coming from A levels, Cambridge education system. We accept students coming from Ivy, students who have done the American high school, students from the local stream in Pakistan, which have done their intermediate, whether it is FSC, FA, ICOM or ICT, ICS. So we do accept these qualifications. And depending upon your grades and the school that you choose, the program that you choose, our entry requirement varies. For undergraduate, we do accept O levels English, so you can get exemption of Ielts if you have an appropriate grade in your O levels English. And similarly, if I talk about postgraduate programs, we have standard entry requirements. However, it is very detailed depending upon the university that you come from within Pakistan. So our entry requirement starts from somewhere around 2.6, 2.7 and goes up to 3 CGPA. So it depends upon the university that you're coming from the university that you've done your undergraduate. For a postgraduate program, we require 16 years of education. And in regards to English language requirement, we do accept IELTS, Pearson test of English, TOEFL, and some other testing services as well. We do accept English proficiency letters. However, there are some, I would say that there are some criteria associated with it. And I can take questions on that as well if required. But there is a chance that if you submit the English proficiency letter with your postgraduate application, it might be accepted and you would not need to appear for a standard English language test. Moving further, in regards to our tuition fees, so I have devised or segregated this among different faculties that we have. So for humanities and social sciences, our tuition fee ranges between £17,000 to £25,000. For science and engineering, the tuition fee ranges between £19,000 to £25,000, and depending upon medicine and dentistry, we do offer clinical programs. So that is why the tuition fee may range between £20,000 and goes up to nearly £50,000 as well. We do offer scholarships for some of our subject areas. So these are listed in front of you. So for business and management, for postgraduate, we offer a scholarship of £4,000. It has a merit criteria. So those who have an equivalent of UK first class honors would be considered automatically for this. Similarly for UG, for PG, it is £3,000, and for undergraduate, it is £4,000. Economics and finance, we offer scholarships ranging between £3,000 and goes up to a full tuition fee as well. And then for undergraduate programs in economics and finance, we offer scholarship of £3,000, again following a merit criteria. Law bursary, we offer law bursary as well. So if you have a certain CGPA for postgraduate, if you have a certain CGPA or a percentage, you would be considered for this scholarship. And similarly, for undergraduate programs in School of Law, we offer scholarship ranging between 1,000 to 12,000 pounds. For undergraduate, the scholarship is also offered for the second and third year, depending upon your performance within your undergraduate program. For our science engineering program, which obviously would cover computer science, electronic engineering, physics, biology, chemistry, maths. So we offer a 2,000 pound bursary. These are unlimited scholarships. So they follow a merit criteria. So if you have a certain CGPA, you would automatically be given this scholarship. So wrapping this up, so what does Queen Mary offers? We offer you reputation. As I mentioned, we're part of the Russell Group, and we are the third largest University of London college, a multi-faculty university. We offer diversity. We have a most diverse student body. As I mentioned, that you would come across 162 different nationality while studying at our campus. So this means more industrial links. This means more socialization. You would be creating more links within the world. Moving further, we offer a lifestyle. We are based in London, so we're offering best of both worlds. We offer the academic side and then also the social side, as our university is based in London. Academic, our requirements are competitive, but I would say that we, at the same time, we are flexible. As I mentioned, that we have different entry requirements from students coming from universities based in Pakistan. So we offer experience on campus. We have 200 sports clubs and societies. So whether you're interested in tasting different types of cheese, or you're interested in Harry Potter, you're interested in football, trekking, anything that your interest is, you can join a society and hence create more links among the students or the wider student body of the university. Accommodation, we offer on-campus accommodation and around the campus as well. For undergraduate students, the accommodation is based on campus. For postgraduate students, the accommodation is based adjacent to the university and are around 20 minutes drive. The accommodation for postgraduate is based. We are a Russell Group university, hence we are a research intensive university. We offer a career support network, which is available to students after they graduate. And we are based in London, which is the most exciting city in the world. These are the links for some of the resources that I've talked about. And thank you very much for bearing me and listening me during this presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, everybody, for listening. If you have any questions regarding Queen Mary University of London, please leave your questions in the chat box, and every question will be answered like at the end of this session. And now we will move on to Miss Hira from Birmingham City University. Miss Hira, would you please like to introduce yourself and then regarding your university as well?
Assalamu alaikum ji. This is Hira Sheikh, and I work for Birmingham City University. First of all, thank you so much, ABN and UMT team, for organizing this event, and congratulations on your partnership. Ramzan Mubarak to everyone, and I will now start with my discussion. So basically, I am representing Birmingham City University. It is right in the heart of the UK. So Birmingham is basically the second largest city of the UK. So, and also it is called as the second home for Pakistani students. So a lot of students have already got their relatives living in Birmingham City, and they prefer to go to Birmingham particularly. So it's pretty much central. It's pretty much close to all the destinations. We're just 60 minutes away from London. It's a proper campus-based university for students who really like to enjoy the campus-based living. Regarding the university, it is one of the oldest universities in the UK, and it is a city university. So it is basically surrounded all across the city and covers major part of the city. So, and also in terms of campuses, so it is quite interlinked with each other. So just about walking distance away, just about 2 minutes walk from one campus to other campus, and it's everything is just central. So even the libraries and the halls of accommodation, it's just about 5 to 10 minutes walk from each other. So you just don't need to, grab a bus or taxi to go from one campus to another campus. It's just centrally interlinked with each other. Regarding coming back to the university again, so the ranking of the university and most of its department, it is within the top 30s in the UK. So in terms of the Guardian ranking, we are amongst top 30 best universities in the UK, and most of its departments again have the ranking within the top 30s in the UK. The student satisfaction, 97% of the students who have graduated from Birmingham City University are pretty much satisfied with their teaching experience. And 96% of the students, they are, after completing their studies, they are graduate or they're further studying. So they have a very good employability ratio as well. All the courses within Birmingham City are focused on work-based teaching, basically. So all the undergraduate courses have a sandwich program with it. So what sandwich program is that after you complete 2 years of your studies, you do 1 year placement here, which is arranged by the university. So it's more about giving you practical approach towards your studies. It's not just about the theory and teaching. It's more about getting you into the real life world experience and teaching you different scenario-based group assignments and scenario-based teaching, where you will be working with top employers in the UK, and they will train you at different scenarios. For example, for a student who's coming from a business background, he will be given a project to submit by the end of his teaching semester. So in that project, he would be learning a lot of things that himself as the project leader, what decisions he should make if the company is going in profit or loss, so that kind of stuff. So again, it's not just the theory, it's more about giving you practical approach towards your studies. All the courses are mostly lab-based. So even if it's business management, we have a trading floor where you work with different stock exchange companies, you buy shares, you sell shares. So these kind of softwares are installed in that trading floor. So you go through different lab works within your studies. For example, for law students, they have to do their mooting. Mooting is just like a courtroom. It's just like a small courtroom, and you're given different scenarios where you practice your casework with different lawyers and solicitors in the UK. And then job opportunities. So Birmingham, as I said again, that it is one of the biggest universities. So for students who want to work part-time, it is a great opportunity for them to study in Birmingham City University and find part-time job opportunities within the UK. So all the students who are studying in undergraduate or postgraduate, they are allowed to work 20 hours part-time with their studies. So sometimes students, they can work, mostly they work on the weekends. For example, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they tend to work for like 7 to 8 hours per day. And they get a minimum of about 8 to 9 pounds per hour in the UK. That is the normal wage rate. So students do not have to go to other big cities to find job opportunities. It's pretty much central. It is one of the biggest city, and they have a lot of job opportunities within the campus and also outside the campus. We also have a career department that helps students to find part-time jobs within the UK. So it's just that you just submit your CV with the Career Plus department, and they literally arrange the job interview for you. And also they guide you how you need to dress up for a job interview, what skills you should have, what discussion you have with your employer, and stuff like that. So it's just like the basic teaching step by step that university teaches you. Again, coming back, since it is one of the biggest cities, so if you have hobbies like to practice sports or art and design or anything within the university, there are a lot of schools, sports schools, art and design libraries, and a lot of stuff for you where you could, explore yourself. So I always emphasize students that when you want to study in UK, it's really important that you experience the real world. It's just not about the teaching. It's about a lot of other stuff. And when you're coming back to Pakistan, what you are getting with you, it's just the experience other than the teaching. So it's really important to, explore yourself, your abilities. And that's what you do when you are in a different environment, when you're in a different city. So there are a lot of opportunities for students to explore themselves, just like London, that is one of the biggest city, and Birmingham is the second biggest city. And as Saad said earlier, that you have a lot of options to explore yourself within the university, within the city. So this is also one of the key important factors. Just a quick one, Amir, is my screen shared so I can move to the next slides?
Yes, we can,
Okay.
we can see.
Okay, perfect. So as I explained that it's pretty much interlinked. So we've got the Birmingham airport. So you've got direct flights from anywhere in the world. It's just about 1 hour, about 1 hour, 20 minutes from London by train. And I have literally myself traveled from London to Birmingham. It was on road and on M2, I think it was just hardly 65 minutes. So if you've got relatives in the London, you can just walk, visit them over the weekend and just come back. So it's pretty much interlinked. About the city campus, as I've explained to you earlier, it's all interlinked with each other. So as you can see that Birmingham School of Art and then the city center, it's just walking distance away. So you don't really need to take a taxi or a bus to move around from one campus to other campus. It's just walking distance away from each other. So these are a few of the glimpses of the university. So this is the city center campus, and some of the pictures I would like you to have a look. So they have a mixed kind of building. So they have very old, typical traditional buildings, as well as they have invested £1 million on the new art of design and the building school. So you have got the mix of teaching. They've got the old buildings as well, plus the new buildings, which is fully equipped with all the labs and the technology that you require during your studies. This is also a research university, and they've got about 95 research centers. This is the student union. They're really, really supportive. So if you have got any problem, for example, if you feel like you're having the symptoms of COVID or anything, you just simply call them, and they're just at your doorstep. So they're really, really helpful in terms of supporting students. If you have anxiety or you have any problem, you are in a different environment, you are finding it's difficult to find a job in the UK, or you're homesick, they literally help you out with each and everything. So you just ring them up, and they're really, really supportive. These are the sports schools that I've earlier discussed. So if you have a hobby of practicing basketball or hockey or cricket or anything, rugby, you've got all the sports facilities available within the university. And then I'll come to the schools now. So basically we have 4 faculties: business, law and social studies, health and life science, School of Art and Design, and computing and engineering. These are one of the major areas, or I can say the hot selling courses which students go for. Law is one of a very famous department of Birmingham City University. So they have courses like criminal law, and business law, international business law, corporate law, and you've got the option to do the mooting as well. So, and all the courses are with with work placement. So you have option to choose, either you choose a 1-year study or you choose a 2-year program, which is 8 months with job placement. The job placements are normally university helps the student to arrange this job placement, and this is related to the field of work. So most of the postgraduate courses even comes with the job placement courses, no matter it's law, business, computing, and so on. The hot selling courses within the other departments are, like, for example, in School of Art and Design, you've got courses like acting, production, jewelry design, and also art and design is one of a very important school of the university. We require a portfolio for students coming from an art and design background. So you really need to submit a portfolio of your work that you have done within that subject area. Also, we offer art and design, architectural technology, and all that stuff. So art and design has a wide range of courses available within this subject. Then we have computing and engineering. Engineering, from mechanical engineering to software development, hardware and software engineering, cybersecurity, data science and computational intelligence, artificial intelligence. These are one of very hot selling courses in the industry at the moment. So all these programs comes with the placement year, as I said earlier. It's a 12-year taught program. Subject to that, you have an 8 months work placement opportunity, and you normally get a visa of 2 years to study in the UK. So these are some of the hot selling courses. Now I move on to the fees. So for Birmingham City University, we have a standard fees within all our faculties. So it's £13,200 for undergraduate students, £13,200 for postgraduate students. For courses postgraduate with work placement, the fee is £14,200. And then you have an option of scholarship. So we have up to £2,000 scholarships available for international students. It is completely merit-based. So I mean, we have something for everyone, which is a £500. And then it's a merit-based scholarship, depends on what grades you have in your last degree. So if you need to consult regarding scholarship, you can drop an email to ABN and they can get back to me regarding for which exactly discount you qualify for. We accept Ielts 6 for all, in Ielts overall 6 with minimum 5.5 in each component for both undergraduate and postgraduate. So this is a very exciting news for postgraduate students that we are accepting them on Ielts 6 overall with minimum 5.5 in each component. On top of it, we have our own Birmingham City English test available. So for any student who doesn't want to give an Ielts and wants to give Birmingham City English test, they have the option to give that. And for that, they could discuss with the ABN team. Our normal entry requirement is to pass your 3 years honors degree or a 4-year honors degree with a minimum of 60% marks. That is the benchmark, and that has a buffer of 5%. So even if you have got 55% marks in your last degree, you can still apply. And normally it applies to a CGPA of about 2.5%. So this is a summary of Birmingham City University altogether. Since the PSW is now opening, so students, they can apply for a 2 years post-study work permit after they graduate from Birmingham City University. And this is all together. So the deadlines of the application is 30th July. You must submit your application before 30th July. For undergraduate students, we have credit transfer courses available, so which is called top-up degrees in business, law, and mostly all the disciplines. So if you wish to transfer your credits to Birmingham City University, you could always consult ABN and myself for the eligibility criteria. The deadline to apply is just 30th July, and we accept direct applications, so you don't need to go through the UCAS process. Just fill an online application form and submit all your documents, and that's about it. Thank you so much from my side. If you have any questions, you can drop later in the Dropbox.
Thank you, Miss. There are loads of questions regarding Queen Mary University of London and Birmingham City University in the chat box, and we'll take the questions at the end, and we'll move on to the next university, University of Hull. Miss Emma with us from University of Hull, and she can start the presentation.
Hi there, and thanks for having me here today. I'm just going to screen share. Hopefully this will work. Bear with me one moment. I'll just get this up and running for you. So I hope that everybody is doing well this afternoon in Pakistan. Bear with me. Let me see if I can make this play. Okay, thanks for having me here. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody in this holy month. I hope that you're all keeping well. So I'm Emma, I'm from the University of Hull. I cover the regions of South Asia and the Middle East and North Africa. We can take any questions that you have during this session as well. So, sorry, I keep getting some technical issues with, hopefully that's now sharing with Zoom, unfortunately. So, right, let's start with the location. So the city of Hull is in the northeast of England, makes us 2.5 hours by train to London. We're very close to Leeds and York, which are an hour away. And then Manchester is 2 hours away. We also have direct trains into Bradford. So if you want to get over there and get some of that really yummy local food or pick up any local produce that you'd be used to getting in Pakistan, then do get over to Birmingham. I have to say, sorry, not Birmingham, Bradford. I've been to Bradford several times myself to get my visas to come out to Pakistan. It's really easy and really convenient. As I say, we now have direct trains. Now, in terms of getting in and out of the country, we've got some really great airports locally. So we have Humberside, which flies KLM into Schiphol. And then we also have Leeds Bradford, which flies direct PIA flights into the UK. So if you want to come into Leeds Bradford, you can. The place that I tend to fly from, though, is Manchester, and I either fly BA, Emirates. I think I've flown Qatar into Pakistan as well. Manchester gives me lots more options and lots of different connections. And we also do our airport pickups from Manchester as well. We're looking at what that looks like for this coming intake. But over the past year, what we've done is actually pick up any students that have come in locally to our local airports for free by taxis. We might be doing something similar again this year, or we might be able to do something that's a bit more kind of like communal, where it's more buses. Really depends on the COVID situation and how we manage that, but we'll keep our offer holders updated with that situation. Now, what it means by having those local airports and having those really great connections into the rest of the UK is once you're living in Hull, you can explore anywhere locally, regionally, nationally, or even within our wider into wider Europe as well. So giving you that great chance to see lots of things that are going on. Now, to give you an idea of what the University of Hull is doing, so we are the University of Hull, named after our city, and we've been there for a long time. So we were founded in 1927. We became a university in our own right in 1954. We're the 14th oldest university in the UK. So we're very much a red brick university outside, and inside we're very, very modern. Now, as a university, we're a medium size in the UK. We're around 14,500, around 1,000 international students. Of that, our Pakistani numbers are still really small. So great place to meet students from all around the world. Now, as I've said, inside of our campus and what's been done to our campus over the past 6 years has been from this £300 million investment. So we've upgraded our library, we've built new sports facilities, we've got new on-campus accommodation. A lot of our buildings internally have all recently been refurbished as well. So when you come to the University of Hull, outside it looks like you expect a traditional British university to look. And then inside you've got those latest facilities that you expect to get from that high quality British education. Now, one of those really amazing facilities we have is our medical building. We're very lucky to have our Hull York Medical School, and the students studying with the Hull York Medical School use the Allen Medical Building, and that building won the awards for buildings that inspire. So it's a fantastic place, not just for those Hull York Medical students, but also any students on our campus. It has a really great cafe and really great study spaces and really amazing facilities for everybody to be using. Now, to give you an idea of Hull and the rankings that we have, so we're very much a mid-ranked university. We sit, 60th in the Sunday Times Good University Guide, 64th in the Complete University Guide, and then 72nd in the Guardian. However, when you look at our world rankings, we do much better. So we are 500 to 600 in the Times Higher Education World Rankings, 600 to 650 in QS World Rankings, and then we also have the 700 to 800 Academic World Rankings as well. And the reason we do so well is we're very much an interconnected university, and we've been here a long time with some really fantastic academics linking out across the world. Now, we have really good student employability of 97.9% for our international students. If we add in our UK students, this actually goes down. So our international students do really well in terms of employability, is going into further work or study on graduating. Now, we've also got really good student satisfaction, and I still haven't updated my presentation, and I can tell you that actually this year's data is now at 84%. So our students are just getting happier and happier with the quality of the education that they are receiving. And we're really pleased that they're happy with what's going on our campus. Now, as I've already mentioned, we have a very interconnected academic community within our university, and that means that we do very well in terms of research. We're a top 50 university for research power in the UK, according to the REF in 2014. And we're hoping with the REF that takes place this year in 2021, we'll remain one of those top 50 UK universities. Now, our two top subject areas are geography and environmental studies, and also computer science. So if you're thinking about doing environmentals in the UK, Hull is an amazing place to be right now. And there's lots of other aspects that flow from that as well. And obviously computer science, top area that we are very proud to be part of. We're also really proud to be working with the University of Cambridge on the next generation of computers. One of the reasons we're able to do this is because of our very high performance computer. We're one of we're the only university in the north of England that has a computer of the power called Viper, and it's able to actually help us develop what comes next. And we're really pleased about this new research project. Now, this is our beautiful campus. Now, I say in the UK, we have three types of universities. We have green with a lake, green without a lake, and city centre. And we are very much green without a lake. We have become an urban city, a forest city as well. So this basically means that as a city, we are very much green. We have very green spaces in our city as well. And it gives you a really beautiful environment to be studying and living in. Now, I'm really lucky that I live really close to the university myself, very close to where students stay too. And when I walk to work, once we're back onto campus full time, I'll be able to walk up through the tree-lined avenues to get into our campus buildings. Now, as you can see, our library is in the middle and everything revolves around the library. We have a brand new sports centre just up to the north. We have accommodations all around the campus as well. And I'll give you a bit more about details about those in a minute. And then all of the things that you would need in one space. So whether you want to play your sport, go and get lunch, use the library, everything that you need is on campus. The campus itself is very safe and secure. We have 24 hours a day, 365-day security. So if you're a bit worried about how does the UK feel, what is that my university going to provide for me, this is what we have from Hull. Now, the University of Hull also has a couple of accommodations that have 24 hours a day staff as well in the Courtyard and Westfield Court. So if you're coming to the UK for the first time and you're a bit worried about that environment, these are really good places to go as well. Now, the accommodation that's available for our students is amazing on campus. So we're really, really lucky that we have guaranteed accommodation for up until the 1st of October each year. To say that we start on the 17th of September means that you're okay to get a room, okay? So no matter what happens, there will be availability for you. Now on campus, it's always a single room, and then you have options of your own bathroom, shared bathroom, your own kitchen, shared kitchens. We also have 1-bedroom apartments with rooftop terraces as well. And we're very lucky that because we're one of the UK's most affordable cities, that this actually comes at a great price. And when you compare this to where else in the UK, we're very lucky that actually living in Hull becomes very affordable. Now we have a really good private sector accommodation going on in our city as well. So if you decide that you want to live off campus and you want to make it a little bit cheaper for you, then off campus private sector is really, really good. We have an amazing virtual tour for our students to be using. So if you want to go and see what Hull campus looks like before you get here or when you're choosing, do use our virtual tour to find out. Now, to give you an idea of the prices, so these prices here are actually for our current students. So this is this year. And I know for next year, they're going to come down for postgrads and go up fractionally for undergrads. So we've got a special deal for postgraduate students for this year. Taylor Court will be ensuite bedroom, so your own bathroom, shared kitchen, will come down to £106 a week. Taylor Court takes 3 minutes walk to the centre of campus. Courtyard, if you want your own apartment, so 1-bed apartment, so you'd have a separate living and cooking area from your sleeping area with a separate bathroom and a rooftop terrace. Starts at, so prices start around 210. With the new discount, it will be lower than this. I know that Courtyard and Westfield also have their ensuite rooms starting at, I think it's £130 a week. So it's a really good rate. Now, when we compare this to off-campus, in Hull, off-campus accommodation starts at £75 to £80 a week, all bills included. So that would be a single room with a shared bathroom and a shared kitchen. Now, if you want to go into an accommodation that what we call is luxury, so it's very good quality, ensuite, off-campus, £100 a week. So this is really, really good. What is great is our student district is really close to campus and it has shops from all around the world. So if you want to get halal produce, you can buy that in the local district. And the student district is actually the area that I use to go and do my shopping, to have fun with my friends. Now that we're allowed out again, we can actually get back to drinking coffee with people rather than just going to buy it by ourselves. So I go to the student district, and from my house, this is a 20-minute walk because I live a little bit further away. From campus itself, 10-minute walk. So very, very convenient in terms of what's going on in our city. Now, to look at some of the aspects of support, I know one of the key things for students coming from Pakistan is to know how can I get support while I'm studying and also once I graduate as well. So our careers team hold these really great jobs fairs for students when they first arrive to help them look for part-time jobs. So if you want to work while you're studying, then careers team will be able to help you. Now, if you're doing an undergrad program and you want to do a placement year, then the students will be able to get support from the careers team to do that placement year. So that'll be 1 year of working either locally, or as actually you can see in this picture here, this is actually of the UK government. This is Westminster. So this is where the British government sit. We have amazing links in with Westminster. So if you're looking at doing something politics related, we can actually get you into a yeared paid internship with the British government. You can't actually work in Westminster in the Houses of Parliament as an international person, but you can be working with those different groups outside it. And these are some of our interns as well down there in Westminster working for the British government. Now, once you've obviously graduated, you're like, well, I need to get a job. I want to be employed. I want to take advantage of that graduate immigration route. I want to stay back. What is Hull going to do to help me? So I would suggest that any student that's doing a master's degree gets into that careers service immediately. As soon as you arrive, you've got a year to find a really good job. Get all of the skills and the experience that you need. Learn how to use the job searches. Book in for those one-to-one appointments. Learn how to do a practice interview. You might have done an interview in Pakistan. It's going to be very different in the UK, and you need to know how people are going to talk to you and what they expect from you, and we'll be doing that. Also, how do you do a cover letter and how do you get your CV so it's the best thing for you to be getting jobs? And using the career support, they'll be able to give you all of that help, that advice, and getting you set up to be the most employable person going forward. Now, when we talk about what's available for you here in Hull, as a city, because of where we are, we only have one university in our city, so we only have one lot of graduating students each year. And we also currently have a really small postgraduate community. So coming out with a master's degree, and if you like Hull and you want to stay back in our city, you are going to get lots of really, really good opportunities in our city. There's a diverse mix of different types of businesses. We're a port city. We have one of the UK's largest port complexes. So if you're looking at logistics and supply, there's lots of opportunity there. You've also got lots of companies that are into manufacturing, and we manufacture everything in our city from cakes and bread all the way through to petrochemical. So literally there is a diverse range of absolutely everything. So we are able to offer students lots of different types of experience directly within our city itself. So if you like Hull, you like how the lifestyle is, then it's a really good place to be coming to study and then considering if you want to stay back afterwards. Now, to give you an idea of like the subjects that we cover, we're set up into 4 faculties, and we love to talk about our faculties in UK universities. However, to you, when you're applying, that doesn't really matter. This is how we manage you once you're on campus, and this is how we support you. Now, in terms of your subject areas, we look at Faculty of Arts, Culture and Education. It's all of those great arts subjects. Education's becoming really popular for students who are coming from Pakistan. I've also got an increase in numbers of students applying for TESOL degrees, but there's also that growth in things like game design. We've now got graphic design degrees at undergraduate. So there's a big growth in this particular area. Now, our Faculty of Business, Law and Politics is obviously where a lot of students will be looking. This year, the numbers of my law degrees, so LLM applications, have skyrocketed, and I will tell you why about that in a moment. We also have amazing degrees in logistics and supply chain management. And obviously all of those degrees in those subjects you expect in a business school, like accounting and finance and business management. We have amazing degrees in politics and international studies as well. So lots of different areas in there too. Now, the Faculty of Health Sciences is where we have our medical school. So Hull York Medical School. So if you're a budding MBBS student, then options there for you. We also have some really amazing courses for students who are physiotherapists to come on and do specializations in things like cancer rehabilitation or cardiovascular rehabilitation. We also have our nursing in here, and we have some really great courses in biomedical and forensic science. Now, when we're looking at the Faculty of Science and Engineering, this is where the growth is really coming from. And we're really lucky to be having a really amazing chemistry and chemical engineering department. So these guys go back to the early days of when this was like a top subject in the UK. And they are one of the areas that help develop LCD technology. So when you're looking at your phone, that is something that came out of the University of Hull. And we're very proud of that connection. Now, looking at what else you might want to be studying here, you've got some really amazing engineering subjects, things that are really specialist to us, energy engineering. We also have some really amazing courses in earth sciences and geology. Now, the big area for us in this particular faculty is in the environment and energy sector. Now, we have really good employability in our area for offshore wind. We have the world's largest wind farm being built off of our coastline. So if you're an engineer and you're thinking about renewables, then Hull is a really great place to look. So lots and lots of different things going on within our within this faculty and within our Department of Engineering going forwards. Amazing employability for our chemical engineers as well. So if this is something you're thinking about, Hull is really a good place to come and study these subjects. And if you want details about the courses, I'm not going to go into them today, go and talk to ABN, have a look at the website as well. All of the details about all of our courses are all there, so you'll be able to find all of that amazing information. Now, to give you an idea of what we're looking at to get students into our degrees, if you're looking at masters, if you've got a 3-year honours, then we look at 60%. If you've got a 4-year bachelor, then we're looking at 60% as well. We'll also take students directly into from HSC into year 1. So it really depends on what course you're looking for. Now, when we look at English language requirements, we accept Ielts. That's always our standard of where we set our entry criteria. And we look at 6.0 overall with 5.5 in each. And this is across the board. There are a few specializations that require higher English, but this is generally where we're at. Now, we take a whole vast range. So if you did IGCSEs or O levels, we would take grade C, and it doesn't matter on the age of those qualifications. We also have those new and upcoming texts, so like Oxford International. We are partnering with them, and we are now accepting that directly onto our degrees and into our pre-sessional program, which will be online this year. So lots and lots of different English language requirements, and ABN are really well versed with what Hull is offering. So if you want to know, get in contact with your ABN counsellor, and they can give you the details of what Hull will be looking for from you. Now, this is the exciting news for this year. We have got one of the UK's lowest fees for master's degrees. So our humanities degrees, which include politics and also our LLM, are £7,850 for the year. Any degree in science and engineering at master's level is £9,000 for the year. And in business, they start at £9,600 for our 12-month programs. So this is like the lowest fee that we've been able to offer. And the reason that we're doing this is we want to basically be giving all of our students a fairer, brighter opportunity to study in the UK this year. This is due to the impact of the COVID pandemic and also to the impact of Brexit for our European students. So studying at Hull has never been more affordable, and it's giving you the best opportunity that you can have to study in the UK this year. I do have to say our undergraduate fees are a bit higher. As you can see, undergraduate fees are 14,800 and 17,500. However, we have some amazing scholarships for our undergrad students. So let me show you our undergraduate. Oh, I haven't included the scholarship page. I do apologize, but I can tell you about it. So scholarship page has our undergraduate scholarship. And for Pakistani students on undergraduate programs, this starts at £3,000 per year. So it's 9,000 in total. If you're doing an arts degree, so if you're studying business, you're studying politics, then you will be paying under £12,000 per year. Now, if you're doing engineering, the scholarship is worth £3,500 per year, so 12,500 in total. And that is bringing your fee to just over £14,000 per year for an engineering program. So that's it from me. Look forward to getting more of your questions in the chat. Right, back to ABN.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Guys, if you have any more questions, I'm receiving like plenty of questions in the chat box, and every single question will be answered at the end of this presentation. And there are some specific questions from Miss Hira because she has to leave. I can ask the question. The question was regarding the MBA entry requirement and the scholarships available in MBA in Birmingham City University.
Sure, Amir. So the entry requirement is to pass your bachelor's degree with a minimum of 55%. We can also accept student with 2+2. So if they've done a 2 years BCom plus 2 years masters, they can apply for an MBA program. So either a 2+2 BCom plus MCom or BA plus MA, or 3 years or a 4 years honors degree. I say 3 years because in certain universities it's a fast track, so they are now offering a 3 years honors degree. So the output is that their degree, their bachelor's, should be complete with a minimum of 55% with an IELTS of 6 band overall, and they can give BCU internal English test as well. The scholarship is up to £2,000. The fee is 13,200, and they can get scholarship of up to £2,000. So for £2,000, they need to have a minimum of about 3.5 CGPA or above. So for £1,500, they need to have a minimum CGPA of 3 and above. So for £1,000, they need to have a minimum CGPA of 2.5 and above. And then £500 is for students who pay the deposit. It's like an international scholarship.
Perfect, thank you. And is there any experience required to get into MBA program in BC?
No, there is no work experience required. If you have, that's a plus point, but there's no mandatory work experience required.
Perfect, thank you very much. And there was another question, and that was almost the same question. If you have already done a master's from Pakistan and want to do another master from UK, so the scholarship will remain same. It depends upon the CGPA you have achieved in your last qualification. So I think that's all regarding BCU, and if there will be any more questions, we'll answer them at the end of this. Now we want to move to Ms. Ayman. She will be giving information on De Montfort University, Leicester. Ms. Ayman, if you can please start with a brief introduction about De Montfort University. Please unmute your mic first.
My apologies to all. My name is Ayman Malik. I'm representing De Montfort University, which is basically based in Leicester. And if I talk about geographically, most of the students who are going to UK, they do have relatives in UK, right? So if I talk about geographically, the university is it's in the heart of England. So it's easier for the students to commute if they are like living in London, because the university is like 90 minutes, London is 90 minutes far from the university. And yeah, and if I talk about the Birmingham, then the Birmingham, it's like 41 minutes far from the Birmingham city. And from the Nottingham side, it's almost like 46 minutes far from the Nottingham side as well. The university is ranked almost 190.
Eamon, please unmute your mic.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
All right, perfectly fine, perfectly fine. All right, all right. So the university is ranked 119 in the University Guide 2021. And the most important part of the university is that the university is quite flexible in terms of its entry requirement. And if I talk about the IELTS requirement, is 6 overall with minimum 5.5 in each, right? And the university is famous for its program in the art and design, and because we are based in the Leicester, and it's a multicultural city, and you can like experience about the multicultural heritage over there. And the best part about the university is that they are offering the employability to the students as well. We do have a kind of campus-based placement schemes for the students with the name of front runners. If you are like experiences, if you want that, you want to get like a work placement for yourself, and students coming to our department and saying that, okay, I want the work placement, then the front runners are going to help them and place them in the university, actually, which is a university's work placement basically. And we do have the unitamps, which offer the part-time and the temporary work to the university and outside the students as well, and help them to equip them with the latest technology, latest practical learning of the course which they are learning in practically during the program. And we are offering art and design courses. We are offering different kind of we are offering engineering courses. We are good at pharmaceutical courses as well. And yeah, we do have a careers and employability department as well, which help the students with the CV building and everything. And the students can get the counseling and the mental health facilities over there, because of COVID situation. The students get the team helps them confidentially, and help them in their mental capacity, help them in their mental health and well-being. And if you guys have any question, you can ask me, and I can answer your question. And I hope I have covered all the questions, all the details about TMU University. Thank you very much from my side.
Thank you, Eamon. We are almost done with UK, but we have plenty of questions regarding UK and admission and the entry requirements as well. But before we go into the question and answer session, we would like to go for worldwide section, which were missing from the start. In worldwide section, Mr. Nabil is with us. He'll be giving intro about which countries should you select apart from the major countries like Australia, USA, or UK. Mr. Nabil, if you could please give a brief introduction. Moreover, I also would like to request you to please inform all the students who are willing to launch their application in different universities. So how should they reach you out? How come they can visit you or contact you? So please give your contact details as well. Nabil. Sorry, I think Mr. Nabil is not here at the moment. We can move on to IELTS section. IELTS is the most important part in launching your application. This is the basic entry requirement. You need to meet the English requirement in order to get the admission in any desired university, even though in UK, Australia, or even in US as well. Miss Rabia is with us. We also would like to highlight that ABN Overseas Education is the platinum partner of British Council, and we are working in Pakistan with 10 offices, and we are also offering IELTS coaching classes as well. Miss Rabia Munir with us, and she is the IELTS instructor at ABN Overseas Education Johor Town branch. Miss Rabia, if you could please give a brief intro about IELTS and what are the timings? Are you offering online classes, or specifically if you have any discounted prices available for UMT students?
Sure, sure. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. First of all, thank you so much. I would like to thank UMT and ABN for organizing such an insightful session. I work here at ABN Johor Town as an IELTS instructor, and IELTS is basically International English Language Test, which each student has to go through if they want to apply or want to study abroad. So basically there are 2 to 3 types of IELTS. One is IELTS General. IELTS General is for those who are pursuing immigration or they want to go abroad for work purposes. But IELTS Academic is for you students who are ready to pursue their study or their degrees in different you can say countries. So they have to go through IELTS Academic. There is a minor difference in the reading and writing part. Apart from that, there is third kind, which is IELTS UKVI. Um, it is specifically for UK visas and immigration. UK accepts IELTS UKVI, but UKVI is acceptable throughout the world as well. It is basically structured for the students of undergrads. So IELTS has total 4 modules. It's basically 3-hour test, and it has 4 modules: English reading, writing, speaking, and listening. And the band scores come in 9. So we measure the scores in 9 bands. Okay, and there are 2 bodies who are conducting IELTS these days, which is British Council and the AEO. So you can opt for any of them, and the charges are 38,000 PKR. Apart from that, if we talk about ABN, so we are here giving classes in different, flexible hours are available. Morning sessions and evening sessions are available, and we are offering special discount these days, 20% discount on IELTS classes. Apart from that, we are also giving coaching classes for PTE, which is many of the counselors have discussed. PTE is Pearson Test of English, and TOEFL as well. Apart from that, Duolingo is also there. So we are giving coaching classes for all these 4 English tests, which is the basic requirement of each university, almost every university. And you can I'll share my contact details in the chat box. You can join the classes. Online classes are also available, so you can contact us and get registered as soon as possible. So if you have any other queries related to IELTS, you can drop them in the chat box, and those all inquiries will be entertained. Thank you so much, Sir Amir. That's it from my side.
Thank you very much, Rabia. Could you please guide our students if there are special discounts available for UMT students, and also if you're offering the other English language, if you're offering coaching classes for other English language tests, for example, Oxford English test or Duolingo or Burson Pearson or something like that?
Yes, internal tests are also available, Watson test, Oxford test, and the basic English language classes are also available. For instance, somebody who likes to, learn spoken English courses are also available. Basic grammar English courses are available, so we deal with them all. If you talk about the fee structure or discounts, so we are charging 15,000 for 4 to 6 week practice, but if we apply 20% discount over it, so we will be charging 12,000 for 4 to 6 weeks duration of whichever course you want to enroll into.
Thank you very much. Let's go for the question and answer session. We have the first question regarding Australia. Students are concerned about when exactly the borders are going to open, and what are the other options available for the international students if they are getting admission. Are they able to get the virtual classes, or Mr. Hassan and Mr. Sahib, if you can please guide us on this.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Amir. And Mr. Amir, this is the million-dollar question these days, that when are the borders going to be open? So, as per the Australian Education Minister's latest statement, campus education will commence from early 2022. That is what we have heard from any official representative in Australia. And the alternatives are the online mode of education, and universities are giving a handful of scholarships. Like Murdoch is giving 40% off on the enrolled units. Basically, in a semester in Murdoch, you can opt for maximum of 4 units and minimum of 1 unit. So whichever unit you'll be enrolling, you'll be getting 40% off on the online education. And once the borders are open, which we are very hopeful that it will be, as per the Education Minister, it will be open by early 2022, students can travel to Australia and resume their campus education there. Yep.
Right, thank you. And Hassan, could you please share like how many minimum subjects a student need to study in per semester?
The minimum they can opt for online education, minimum they can opt for 1 unit. They can enroll for 1 unit minimum, yeah.
Right, thank you. And they have to pay the fee for the first 4 units upfront before filing the visa?
No.
For the issuance of CV?
Yes, they need to, for the issuance of COE, yes, they need to pay the full fee for the semester, but for the education, for online enrollment, they need to, they can pay only 1 unit fee, deducting the 40% of scholarship, and they can start their online education. Yeah, but for the COE, they need to pay the full fee, yeah.
That's perfect, perfect. Thank you very much. So guys, Australia is currently offering virtual classes. You can take minimum 1 subject and you can start your classes from Pakistan, and as soon as the borders will be open, then you can apply for your visa in time. You can travel to Australia in time as soon as the borders open. The next question was regarding the BS in electrical engineering. Students' last qualification is BS in electrical engineering, and they're looking for options, the most affordable option regarding the accommodation point of view in Australia.
I'm sorry, Amir, you're asking that what is the accommodation cost in Australia?
Yes, the universities which are offering the minimum cost for accommodation in Australia.
Yeah, basically, I can tell you about Murdoch. Murdoch is offering online accommodation scholarship of $3,000. That is, you can get the whole of the semester accommodation cost for free, but it's a first come first serve basis. 50 scholarship of 50 scholarships of this program has been offered by Murdoch University, and student can get benefit of this.
Thank you. The next question is regarding the student is interested in IT relevant programs, and he's looking for a good option. Student is planning to go in China, but what other options available worldwide in IT field? So guys, basically the IT is no doubt a very growing field at the moment and highly demanded. There are plenty of universities offering IT relevant degrees, specialization as well. For example, Queen Mary University is offering different specialization in IT relevant degrees. The same things available in Deakin University and Murdoch University as well. So if you could please give a brief intro, like what kind of specifications offering in IT relevant field in master's program?
Okay, I mean, for in Murdoch University, basically we are offering a Master of Information Technology program. It's we are offering Bachelor's of Information Technology and Masters of Information Technology as well. Bachelor's is a 3 years duration program, whereas Master is 2 years duration. So in Masters, basically we are offering three types of specialization. One is IT management for the students who are opting, who are planning to opt careers in project management, field, and then we are also offering specialization in data science and artificial intelligence, and the third specialization we are offering is internet networking and security, that is we call it cyber security as well. These three types of majors or specializations we are offering in information technology in Murdoch. Yep.
Thank you, thank you. So Saad, if could you please tell like what kind of the specializations offering in computer science field in master level in Queen Mary University of London?
All right. So Queen Mary School of Electronic Engineering and Computer Science offers a range of computer science and IT programs. So starting from, as Hassan mentioned, we also offer big data science, we offer artificial intelligence, we do offer Internet of Things as well. As the question was actually not specific as to what was the student interest in regards to computer science, but it's I would say a field with multiple options. Student can either go for mobile application development. So it depends. It largely depends upon student interest. So two fields which are are coming up very strongly in the recent times are the big data and artificial intelligence. And there's no doubt that artificial intelligence would in some time period from now would be considered as a top layer, whereby it would be responsible for taking decision in regards to whatever the application is doing, the computer application is doing. So it depends. For us, we are offering big data, we are offering data analytics, we are offering business analytics, we are offering Internet of Things, which is an interdisciplinary program between electronic engineering and computer science. So you work on sensors and different things. So I think it would be more useful if the student can let us know their interest, and I think we all can mutually help them to find out a good relevant course in a university.
Thank you. Thank you. So guys, basically it depends on you, like what you are planning to study. Get in touch with us and we are able to help you out that your desired course is available in which university and in which country. So we can help you out with this. And it also depends upon the grades like CGPA you have achieved in your last qualification. So please share your documents with us and book an appointment with one of our counselor. The next question is which country is having reasonable accommodation and scholarships, worthwhile scholarships. So basically every single country is offering handsome scholarships and every single university is offering handsome scholarship. It all depends upon your grades in your last qualification. And actually some universities are also looking after the qualifications throughout your study period, like from O levels and A levels, what you have achieved. So share your documents with us. We can check and we can let you know the maximum scholarships available. It all depends upon the budget and the qualification which you're looking for. Master program in biotechnology or life sciences. Once again, I'm pretty much sure this course is available in every single university. If any university have this particular program or they have good ranking in this, could you please elaborate this? MSc in biotechnology or life sciences. Okay, there is a question again and again regarding the PhD and admissions and the PhD scholarships. I would like to prefer myself to answer this question. Basically, you have to prepare a proposal first to launch your application for PhD, and you have to approach the relevant supervisor from the relevant university, and you have to send your proposal to them, and then on approval of your and then upon approval, then we can help you out regarding how to process the visa application and the rest process. So first of all, you have to prepare a proposal, research proposal. You have to prepare for your Ielts, and then later on, once your proposal is accepted, we can help you out with the visa process.
Sorry, Amir, I just wanted to interrupt. In regards to the previous question, where you mentioned about biotechnology and life sciences, Queen Mary does offers a biotechnology and life sciences program. What I presume from this question is that student has an undergrad background of biotechnology. So they may pursue a lot of courses on the postgraduate level. It can be bioinformatics, it can be some courses towards the medicine side as well, such as microbiology. They can also pursue forensic medical sciences, biomedical sciences as well. So it depends. I think it would be appropriate if you share your profile with ABN, and from the university side, we would either have to look at your transcript, and then we would be able to guide you for what programs you can go to. As a generic program, you can also look into public health. So that's another option that you may look into.
Perfect. Thank you. There are questions regarding Canada now. Ms. Rabia already given some information regarding Canada. Yes, the options are available. The admission criteria is a bit lengthy. Plus, the visa processing is a bit lengthy as well. The visa outcome is like, it takes about like 3 to 4 5 months approximately. But yes, there are options available in undergrad program and postgrad programs as well. You need to achieve Ielts of 6.5 overall with no band less than 6.0 in each module. And if you are interested in your application in Canada, please book an appointment once again with us, and we'll assess your documents and we'll let you know the best options available in Canada for you. However, the scholarships are not much available in Canada, but other countries, yes. The next question was regarding biology in USA. Yes, the question has already been answered by Mr. Andrew. The bio is available in Adelphi University. So once again, if you want to get your documents assessed for the relevant course, please get in touch with us and we'll send your documents to the university. The next question was from Amir, Asian Management from Queen Mary University of London. The question has already been answered by Sir Saad. Once again, Amir, if you still have any questions regarding this, you can ask once again. You can unmute your mic and you can ask the question. Otherwise, I think your question has been answered by Sir Saad. And any more questions from any student? I think all the question has been answered. The students who are currently studying in 8th semester or they are in the second last semester, they want to apply now in any university worldwide, even in Australia, UK or anywhere. Yes, they can apply. They can bring their 7th semester transcripts along with expected grade certificate, and they can get the conditional offer letter from the relevant university. There was a question regarding 100% scholarship for MBA programs. So I don't think so. There is any university offering 100% scholarship in MBA program. I think you need to bring your documents and get them assessed, and we can try for the maximum scholarships available.
Excuse me, sir. Can you listen me?
Yes, we can. We can hear you, Amir.
Sir, I am currently a military pilot. I have flown for almost 8 years. I am an experienced pilot. I am doing BS Aviation Management from Army, from UMT Management. I want to continue my further degree in any university abroad. If I get a good offer from anywhere, maybe a scholarship or something, or is there any possibility where I can shift my credit hours from UMT to that particular university?
Sir Saad, I think you can answer him better.
All right. I already answered that. We at Queen Mary, we don't offer aviation management, unfortunately. We offer aerospace engineering. It is offered at the undergraduate level and offered at the postgraduate level as well. And I'm afraid we are very restrict in terms of taking the transfers. Unfortunately, we're not taking transfers at this point in time. However, you're most welcome to apply from the beginning, either the aerospace program, the undergraduate or the postgraduate aerospace program. However, aerospace is a bit different than the aviation management. So I think it might be useful if I think Amir, if the students set up an appointment with the relevant office of ABN, probably share their profile, and then the counselor at ABN can come up with the relevant program at a university. And hence they can also talk you through the scholarship requirement and the other options as well. But unfortunately at Queen Mary, we are not offering aviation, we are offering aerospace, which is a more broad terminology or a more broad field as compared to aviation management or aviation. I hope this answers your questions.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
Amir, once again, please book an appointment with us, with one of our counselors, and bring your documents and your queries, and then I hope we'll find some option for you within the UK. Please share your documents with us and or book the appointment with one of our counselors.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Can you share your personal number if you have, so that I can contact?
On the chat box, Mr. Nabil has already shared the contact details, or you can take our contact details from Ms. Sadia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the next question was regarding the scholarships available on the basis of CGPA. So yes, it depends upon the CGPA. Every single university is offering scholarships. It's a partial scholarships starting from £1,000 to £5,000 to £6,000 as well. It depends upon the CGPA you have already achieved. And once again, on the basis of CGPA, the scholarships are also available in Australia as well as in the US as well, in Adelphi University. Ummehani, if you are in the last semester of MPhil in education and it's going to be finished in the end of October, yes, you are eligible to apply once again for a master program, even though you are eligible for PhD as well. But once again, you have to prepare a proposal and you have to share your proposal with the supervisor of the relevant university. If that's achieved, you can apply for a PhD program. Otherwise, alternatively, you can still apply for a master's program in any university. So once again, please share your documents and your queries with us directly, and we'll answer you. Once again, the question was from Queen Mary University. I'm a student of supply chain management, currently second semester to be complete. My question is that it is possible to complete the degree in Queen Mary University in third or fourth semester. So, Faisal, once again, Queen Mary is not taking credit hour transfers. But yes, you can apply directly for a bachelor's program because the degree duration in UK is 3 years. So you're already saving your 1 year time. If you have still any more questions, please ask. Rizwan, yes, your question was 3.76 CGPA. You've already achieved. Once again, all universities are offering you scholarships. Murdoch University of Australia and Deakin University are offering approximately 20% scholarships on that, and Deacon University is also offering 50% to 100% scholarships as well. So if you are interested launching your application, please bring your documents or get an appointment with us, and let's see how much scholarships can you avail. I think these were all the questions in the chat box. Once again, guys, if you have any more questions, please get in touch with us. Mr. Nabil has already shared the contact detail with you guys. And if you want to get your documents assessed, please book an appointment with one of the ABN's counselor, and or if you're interested in doing IELTS from us, then yes, we are offering IELTS classes well on discounted prices. Thank you very much. If any question, please let us know. Thank you, Ms. Adia, for your time.
Thank you so much. I hope it was a great learning experience for students and they gained a lot of insights from this session. Thank you so much for your time, and thanks for your partners for sharing their thoughts. And it was a wonderful session. And thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Hmm.